Hello everyone, welcome to episode 290 of the Pulp Writer Show. My name is Jonathan Moeller. Today is February the 13th, 2026, and today we're looking at 5 tips for Instagram marketing for writers. We will also have Coupon of the Week and an update on my current writing and publishing projects. So let's first start with Coupon of the Week. This week's coupon code will get you 25% off the ebooks in the Ghost Knight series at my Payhip store, and that code is CAINA25, CAINA25. The coupon code is valid through February the 23rd, 2026. So if you need a new ebook for this winter, we've got you covered. And now on to my current writing and publishing projects. I am currently 91,000 words into Ghost in the Summoning, which will be the 14th book in my Cloak Mage urban fantasy series. I am hoping to finish the rough draft in the coming week, and then it's going to need a fair bit of editing because I've decided to change things and move things around to improve it. So if all goes well, I hope that book will be out in the first week of March, assuming nothing comes up before then. I am also 8,000 words into Blade of Wraiths, which will be the 4th book in my Blades of Ruin epic fantasy series, and I am hoping that will be out in April, if all goes well. In audiobook news, Blade of Storms is completely finished, and I believe as of right now you can upload it. You can buy it at my Payhip store, Kobo, and Google Play, and is currently working its way through processing at all the other audiobook stores. Hollis McCarthy has finished recording Cloak of Titans, which is the 11th book in the Cloak Mage urban fantasy series. And if all goes well, my proofer should be able to listen to it this week, and then hopefully the audiobook will be available to you sometime in March. So that's where I'm at with my current writing and publishing and audiobook projects. Before we get to our main topic, I want to have a brief digression into another part of the Meta empire, specifically Facebook ads, my recent experiences therein. I've mentioned before that I stopped using Facebook ads in October since the Advantage Plus system, which is their AI targeting system, was giving me headaches. For a brief summary of my experience with Facebook ads, I started using them in 2019, did really well at them in 2020, then Facebook randomly started banning ad accounts during this craziness of summer 2020. I got my account reinstated, used them less frequently, more and more until October of 2025, when I stopped using them altogether because Advantage Plus made targeting so hard. Since then, I've relied mostly on Amazon ads and BookBub ads to good results. However, I've also read various blog posts from people who have been struggling with the Advantage Plus system as well, and then they've been investigating it thoroughly, as internet marketers tend to do, and they've uncovered something interesting that isn't mentioned at all in Facebook's documentation about the new changes. Specifically, that Advantage Plus uses the text content of your ad to target it. Like, under the old system, it didn't work that way at all. You would select interests that match your ad, usually popular authors in the fantasy genre like J.R.R. Tolkien, Robert E. Howard, George R.R. Martin, Brandon Sanderson, and so forth, and then you wrote the text of the ad and supplied an image, which was usually called a creative. The creative was like 80% of a successful Facebook ad. You just needed a good picture, more or less. The Advantage Plus system, by contrast, targets according to the text in the ad. So while you still need a good creative, you need to be precise in the ad text. So, for example, you need to write something like this. Fans of The Lord of the Rings, Conan the Barbarian, Mistborn, and Game of Thrones will love this free epic fantasy available for Kindle readers. Now, I found the arguments in these blog posts persuasive, so I decided to give it a try. The results are on the better side of okay-ish, I will admit. I didn't lose any money and did make a bit of money. Like, the results were definitely better than I expected. The ad using Advantage Plus typically only has a shelf life of 6 to 10 days before it stops working. That said, the old system was still better because the interests were more granular and I could assign them more precisely. Like, I used to be able to advertise Frostborn, Cloak Mage, The Ghosts, and Demon Soul all at the same time because I could target the ads so precisely and granularly. There's absolutely no way I could do that now because the Advantage Plus system is a black box. It basically boils down to trust us, the AI will figure it out when it very obviously can't. So while for the moment I will have one Facebook ad in the rotation until Meta changes something and everything breaks, there's no way I'll run as many Facebook ads as I did in 2020 when sometimes I had 8 different Facebook ads going at once. Apparently in the last 3 years, Meta spent around $130 billion on AI, give or take. And what they got for that money is an ad targeting system that frequently doesn't work, and when it does work, doesn't work as well as the old system did. spending unfathomable sums of money to replace a system that worked pretty well with one that intermittently doesn't work, and then when it does function doesn't work as well as the previous system, seems to be a pretty good summary of the AI revolution, quote unquote, so far. Now on to our main topic this week, 5 tips for Instagram marketing for indie authors. Because I'm looking for new alternatives to Facebook ads for reasons I just discussed, I've just started using Instagram as part of my marketing strategy, and many indie authors, especially in the romance genre, have reported a lot of success marketing through Instagram, so I wanted to learn more about it and share what I learned. In today's episode, I'm going to focus on marketing through your author account, not paid Instagram ads, which could be a separate podcast topic in the future. Here are 5 tips that might help you with running an author Instagram account. Number 1, find a strategy beyond book promotion. Like any other form of social media, if all you post is promotion for your books, it will be hard to gain a following. Before you start posting regularly, you will have to think about what else you will have to offer your audience. Even if you want to keep your posts exclusive to writing, there are other types of posts you can make, like behind-the-scenes peeks, extra facts about a character, or using the poll/question feature to engage with your followers about the books. Follow other author accounts from writers in your genre to learn about their successes and how they engage with their followers. That said, a warning with that. Spending a lot of time looking at posts from and engaging with other authors creates a closed loop and doesn't further your goal of getting your books into the hands of your readers. Looking at other author accounts and engaging with them definitely falls into the category of what I've called writing adjacent activities. They can easily give you the illusion of progress, but not actual progress, that I've talked about on this podcast before. Ideally, you should spend most of your time on Instagram with readers, not other authors. It's also important to find the balance between providing personal content to make readers feel more connected to you and having it drift too far into being a personal account. Most of us have seen author accounts and social media accounts that post far too personal of relationship details or various long types of rants on various topics that I find it hard to believe to help sell any books. The balance will be different for everyone, but always keep in mind that your primary goal on your author accounts is to be a space for your brand as an author. In that same vein, posting negative reviews of other books or negative comments about other writers is not a smart idea in the long run. At best, it looks like you're attacking someone else to make yourself look better, and at worst, you can end up as part of one of the many bookstagram dramas that crop up with predictable and tedious frequency, and in the process, you may make yourself some enemies for life. Nobody wants that. Spamming your books by promoting them in other authors' accounts, comment sections, or worse, DMing them is considered bad form and not even remotely effective in the long run. Number 2, your space, your rules. Don't be shy about blocking people or deleting comments, especially from spam accounts. Remember that it's your space, not theirs. The flip side of that is turning off comments altogether will limit your reach on Instagram. Although engagement with other accounts matters on Instagram, not every single comment or DM needs a reply, and it will be a waste of precious writing time to even try. Many authors find a compromise in liking non-spammy, well-intentioned comments instead of replying to each one. Although it's important to post regularly, putting out a public schedule for what you'll post is an invitation for people to get upset when you miss a day. Tip number 3, captions matter. Although Instagram is about images and video, substantial captions are important for helping people to find your content. The algorithm rewards decent-sized, but not overly long captions with good hashtags, even if people don't read them. The more specific you make your hashtags, the more effective they will be. Broad ones like writing and author won't be as effective as Arthurian fantasy or enemies to lovers historical romance. There are also a lot of genre-specific abbreviations, especially romance such as HEA, which stands for Happily Ever After, or the pepper emoji to suggest that the romance is a spicy one, which is a euphemism for saying that it gets explicit. Take the time to learn these by following other authors or accounts in your genre because it will help others find your posts. Number 4, try Instagram Reels. The algorithm for Instagram Reels, the short videos on Instagram, rewards interaction more than videos on TikTok, so it's best to watch videos in your genre, post regularly, and expect that you won't get a lot of views starting out, or that views might come much later after the initial post than they would on TikTok. Some authors report that it took months of regular posting before they saw success, or that videos would take off weeks after posting. So keep on posting consistently, even if you're not seeing a lot of followers and engagement at first. Some authors use Reels for off-topic things like memes and lighthearted content, so their posts remain completely about their writing. Pick a strategy of things you can consistently post Reels about 2 to 3 times per week, because the algorithm rewards frequent posting of Reels. And finally, number 5, don't pay influencers or accounts to promote your content. If someone approaches you to pay for reviews or promotion, it is 99.9% likely that it is a scam. Delete and move on. When in doubt, assume it is a scam. Even if that person or account who wants to be paid to promote you is magically legitimate, which is, as I mentioned, very unlikely, the Bookstagram community is very savvy and distrustful of paid reviews. It's not good strategy. Real reviews from real unpaid people take time, but the results are far more effective. You could try a raffle giveaway of your book to get reviews instead of paying an influencer or offering a special Smashwords coupon code just on your Instagram account. Above all, Instagram will work if you are authentic, post regularly, and are patient in building up a following. Taking shortcuts like buying followers or spamming other accounts is not an effective strategy. Like so many things, there isn't a magic pill that substitutes for hard work over time, which, if there was an overwhelming theme of this podcast over the last 290 episodes, I think that hard work over time is probably the lesson we want to take away here. So that's it for this week. Thank you for listening to The Pulp Writer Show. I hope you found the show useful. A reminder that you can listen to all the back episodes at https://thepulpwritershow.com. If you enjoyed the podcast, please leave a review on your podcasting platform of choice. Stay safe and stay healthy, and see you all next week.